Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Are you aware that today marks the 17th anniversary of the SNP government? It was 17 years ago today that they first won that election, and who would have thought they'd still be there 17 years later? They took over from Labour's Jack McConnell and installed Alex Salmond as their first SNP First Minister. And boy, has it gone downhill ever since. You had, at the beginning, a vaguely competent government under Salmond. And then he was ousted. There was the plot to get rid of him and install his Padawan, his magician's apprentice that was Sturgeon. And you went from a vaguely competent government to the Fourth Reich, where division was turned to hatred and where incompetence became an art form. And then at the end, the madness set in. They started denying reality. They started saying that men were women and that dogs would live happily with cats. And then, of course, it was clown time. Open up the circus and install the biggest clown of all, Humza Yousaf. And now he's gone, and they're moving into the end game with, of course, John Swinney. He's back, like, the Scunner Campbell after all these years. And he's going to end the SNP finally, once and for all. That's assuming, of course, he lasts long enough to reach the next Holyrood election, which I don't think he will. But that's a story for another video on another day. But 17 years, and throughout it all, there has been incompetence, there has been criminality, there's certainly been an absolute train of wrecks, wrong decisions, calamities, and of course, corruption, conniving, and corporate manslaughter, or even possibly corporate homicide. Things were wrong, things were done wrong, things were constantly wrong, and yet nobody could ever get rid of them. Nobody could oust them, despite the truth being evident. Scotland in that time has fallen apart. The education system destroyed, the NHS no more. Roads are like the surface of the moon. And now they're attempting to put up road signs so that everywhere becomes 20 mile an hour zones. You'll be lucky if you can reach 20 miles an hour in Scotland's roads. The time has come for them to go. Someone else has got to have a chance. Who knows who it was? But that faithful morning, 17 years ago, when Alex Salmond walked into Holyrood, all full of himself, all up his own backside, acting like the rock star he was. Look at me, Ma, I made it. I'm somebody. I've made it all the way to Holyrood, and I'm staying around until I'm set up and forced out of office. And thus it was. But it's over. Finally, they are coming to the end. It is now time. Even the Nats' own voters are fed up with them. And who can blame them? Look at what they're doing. They're now asking children about their sexuality. Why? They've just become perverse, haven't they? We now know the P stands for pedos, pervs, and predators. They are no longer a government. They are a regime. They are a dictatorship. They are corrupt to the core. Let's get rid of them. We have a general election. That's your first opportunity. Get rid of every one of them out of Westminster, bankrupt the party, and then at the next Holyrood election, cast them into the wilderness forever and hope they never, ever return. Thank you very much for listening, and let's all celebrate 17 years of absolute hell for Scotland. Bye.